Now, on another matter, President Biden is on the road today, and he's facing an uphill battle to convince the American people that Bidenomics is somehow working. For months, the president has been touring the country with a rosy assessment of the economy on his watch. He's been telling working Americans about what the administration's obsession with radical climate policy is doing for them.
The SNAP program has undergone modifications this year, affecting 42 million citizens participating in the program. SNAP benefit amounts vary based on people's household size, monthly income, and other expenses. The program sets restrictions on both net and gross monthly income broken down to household size. But the barrier to acquiring food aid in Michigan has been lowered. It is a Governor Gretchen Whitmer, signed a bipartisan bill removing the asset test as a requirement to receive SNAP benefits. And according to the Michigan Executive Office of the Governor, the move will offer greater financial security to those who need it the most and ease the burden of receiving aid. Michigan is now one of the 37 states with similar laws, and the governor says people who had more than $15,000 worth of assets, including vehicles and savings, were disqualified for food assistance. Officials say that 500,000 children in Michigan will benefit from the eliminated asset, and now in Maine, all recipients of the SNAP program will have their monthly benefits delivered to them by today. SNAP benefits are distributed to eligible residents from the 10th to the 14th of every month, with all beneficiaries scheduled to have their benefits by the month of July by Friday. Now, the next round of SNAP payments will also begin on August 10th. The state of Texas will complete issuing SNAP benefits worth up to $1,700 for a month of July this week. Texas has a long window for issuing payments, lasting through the first 10 days in a month. Even the amount received depends on one family size. A single household will receive $281, and an 8-member household will receive $1,700. But on a federal level, some House representatives want to expand the number of food stamp recipients subject to work requirements and time-limited food benefits. By raising the age of people, members are writing the bill against the backdrop of extraordinary to know. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Now, here's some important news. It's finally happening. Financial relief is actually underway for millions of Americans. Many people are expecting to receive thousands of dollars in extra stimulus cash, and you can get yours right now. Now, a fresh round of inflation data last week has been released, and it showed high prices, raising more questions about whether the Fed interest rate hikes are missing what many economists contend are the real inflationary culprits: corporate pricing, energy costs, and supply chain disruptions. The news is further stirring fears of unnecessary economic pain that should the Fed push America into recession. One economist told reporters, raising interest rates is not working, and the Fed's overly aggressive actions are shoving our economy to the brink of devastating recession. Supply chain bottlenecks, a volatile global energy market, and rampant corporate profiteering cannot be solved by additional rate hikes, everybody. So, the Fed has some economists maintain that demand generated by a labor market that is hot and higher wages are driving inflation, and higher unemployment and interest rates are the solution. To that end, the Fed has hiked rates 5 times in 2022 and indicated more increases are to come. Moves the Federal Reserve Jerome Powell has acknowledged that there was going to bring some pain to households and businesses. Now, data shows the Fed is actually making some progress on this, and its aims to fix mortgage rates and soaring home and sales are plummeting. Meanwhile, the last employment numbers are showing a sharp decline in job openings, as well as slowing job and wage growth. But Thursday's consumer price index numbers for September revealed the approach has yielded few gains on pricing. Inflation inched up again to 8.2%, while month-to-month declined 0.1% in August and again in September. Now, a former Fed economist told reporters that the price drops are not materializing because current inflation largely is not demand or labor-driven, as it is often during inflationary periods. High inflation is not where you'll get the first benefit increase amount. For those who receive SI, you'll get yours COLA benefit by the end of the month. And according to sources, Social Security supplies a source of income that retirees deem necessary to make ends meet. Since 2002, anywhere from 80% to 90% of annual surveyed retirees lean on their monthly payout to some degree to cover expenses. Although Social Security is the U.S.'s most successful retirement program, having provided retired workers benefits for 82 years, it's on a shaky ground. And as the sustainability of Social Security payouts come into question, it's lawmakers who come into focus, specifically Biden. And since retired workers' payouts began in 1940, the Board of Trustees has released a report each year. It examines the financial state of the program. This often lengthy report takes into account demographic changes, fiscal policy implemented by Congress, and a multitude of other factors to look for how firm the Social Security program is. At a time, the projected long-term cash shortfall is great. The 2022 Trustees, everybody, report estimates that Social Security has around $20 trillion in cash, and around 90% of its revenue is collected by Social Security. It comes from the 12% payroll tax. And with Social Security's dilemma, well known, Biden has laid out a plan to strengthen the Social Security program. The core of Biden's proposal involves getting more payroll tax revenue, as well as increasing benefits for age beneficiaries and lifetime low earners who need the most. The most notable change proposed by Biden involves collecting more payroll tax from higher earner workers. And now in 2023, all earned income up to $160,000 is subject to the payroll tax. Wages and salary below that are not subject to tax. And Biden's plan would even reinstate the payroll tax on earned income above $400,000 while creating a donut hole between the maximum taxable earnings cap and $400,000. So since the maximum taxable earnings cap increased over time, this donut hole would eventually close and subject all earned income payroll tax to the payroll. So the issue with the CPIW is that it tracks the spending habits of urban wage earners, not the beneficiaries of Social Security. Since the CPID is specifically tracking the expenditures of seniors, it should result in a more accurate COLA being passed along to beneficiaries. A third Social Security reform proposed by Biden also involves increasing the special minimum benefit paid lifetime to low-earning workers, also known as helping those that need more money and stimulus. So I agree with Joe Biden on this part.
Asking me what homework I had. Oh, I don't have any homework, Mom. And told me what time I had to come back home from going out and playing in the schoolyard for dinner. That doesn't happen anymore. The vast majority of families in America are either single parent or two parents both working. The percentage that have two parents, only one working, is minimal. So child care is now a necessity. It's a necessity for families. The anguish people go through to try and find child care. And then when it's not available or something happens, and what are they going to do? They're both working and scrambling. Who's going to watch the kids? It's agony. It's not this kind of agony that comes, God forbid, once in a lifetime when you get a serious illness, but it's real agony and anxiety. We have to do something. And there's another reason we have to do something, our economy. You read all of the economic experts. We're short of labor. We're short of labor. You go to any business, small, medium, big, they're short of labor. Probably the number one or number two reason in the whole country we're short of labor is we don't have adequate child care. Moms or dads don't want to go to work because they don't know who's going to take care of the kids. Moms or dads stay home or retire.